Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel. Your host Superman, and of course we are going to have a cool video today. Live stream number 2 today. Top 5 things to get ready for Pulsechain, and of course, why not 5 things, 5 superheroes? You know me, I'm a sci-fi superhero buff, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Really, really cool. Got a bit of feedback there, but hey, that's the way we go. We're going to cut out that feedback. Let's get into a couple of comments here. We've got Hex Force in the house. Pulsechain transactions in a flash. That's probably true there, and I like to play on the flash there. Word. Blue's in the house there. Good to see Blue in the house. Woo! Nice one there. And of course, we'll just get into some of the comments there. If you in the chat there, say hello and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like, share, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And definitely get into Discord at the moment. We've got Discord is getting more active every day. We're up to 238 members, and of course, target is 250. So get in there, say hello. We've got lots of cool content getting posted by people, helping people out. So that's the way it should be. Very, very nice. All right, let's get into the top 5 there. We're going to get into more comments there as well. Obviously, you may have heard Richard Hart post the latest tweet this morning, and of course, that was pretty bullish and talking about mid-May. And that's pretty exciting there. You should all be practicing on testnet so you know what you're going to do on launch day. And that's really the spirit of this video. Spirit of this video is that you should all be practicing on testnet so you know what you're doing. Now, I've done a couple of videos, in fact, probably a lot of videos on the testnet, so it's definitely something you should look at doing. Let's get into the couple of comments before we start. A little presentation here. This is a little baby presentation. How are we doing today? Hex Token says RDM. Very good, thank you. And of course, this is the second live stream on Hex Token, but I've also started a new channel called Inflation Nation, and that's a collaboration with a radio personality. And of course, we posted that. So let me know in the chat if you'd like me to post that link. You can go and watch that. I haven't even seen. I posted it earlier today. Going to leave it 24 hours and see what the results are like. But that's pretty much that. Discord is awesome. Says no, it is awesome, and so definitely get into Discord, folks. How Meta said, heard testnet V3 have been working fine for 3 weeks privately, says How Made It. Nice one. Good update there from How I Made It. True community legend, so I appreciate the update there. Blue's in the house as well with the old fish pump. We're loving it. And Hex Down Under says, what's the Hex Token game plan on launch? Sit back and hold. Yeah, hodl dog for me, but we'll talk about that during the presentation. Superman is wearing a jumper. Winter is approaching. Yeah, it's probably actually a little bit hot here, to be honest, to be wearing this jumper. But that's just the way it goes. Let me just take the jumper off. I'll be back in a second. It is pretty hot. There we are, folks. I'm back. That was pretty hot. You're right. I was wearing a sweater. It was too hot here. It's still quite warm. It's not quite winter here. It is a little bit breezy outside, a little bit cool. But other than that, it was far too hot for inside. And not quite full on winter here, but getting up there for sure. We got the emojis. All I was still catching up on was last week, says Sam. Nice one, Sam. Hey, you can always put it on 0.25, so on speed. I wish winter was coming. Superman coming here to the desert in Phoenix. Yeah, I bet it's hot. I bet you guys have so much air conditioning on there. It's probably the way to go. Anyway, let's get into the video. We've got the top 5 things to get ready for Pulsechain. And this is just a quick update, really, on these. A lot of people are talking about that, so let's get into it. We've got the top 5. Boop. We've got number 1, get your airdrop portfolio set up. So if you're wanting everything that's on Ethereum is going to get copied over to Pulsechain. So this is really the basics. If you're new to Pulsechain and you're wondering how to participate, the easiest thing is to accumulate tokens that you really like on Ethereum, and you'll get those copied over onto Pulsechain. Now, everything that goes on the Pulsechain will start off at the price of 0, but the market will price it up. And what helps the market price it up? There's going to be an AMM bot run, and of course, it's going to harvest all liquidity across a lot of dexes on multiple chains, and that's going to end up making the biggest liquidity yield farming in crypto history. But of course, it all has to get priced up to the price of stable coins there. And of course, so you're going to be able to get the copy of your Ethereum over onto Pulsechain as PRC20s and other tokens that you've got, 721s, etc. And you're going to get that on the Pulsechain. But of course, the price is going to get priced up, which also gives you a secondary opportunity of trying to accumulate even more tokens on the Pulsechain and before the bridge opens up, and you'll be able to get even more of those tokens that you like. Now, typically, a good strategy is either to get Hex. So get Hex at the moment, and of course, you get a copy of that on Pulsechain, or you can get some popular ERC20s. That's probably another good way of doing that. Maybe, as we always say, SHIB or Link or something like that. You should consider those. Maybe Mana token, things like that, things that you think might get priced up pretty well, and of course, tokens that you can accumulate it off. So that's kind of the first thing. Get your airdrop, a portfolio set up for Pulsechain, because once Pulsechain launches, once the block height is known, you'll be too late, right? You're going to be in that block height for the airdrop. So it really is your time to accumulate tokens. A lot of people are thinking about other things, and maybe they're not thinking about the fact that actually I want to accumulate some of these. And of course, I'm going to get a copy on Pulsechain. Maybe they'll do really, really well on Pulsechain, because you already know they're priced up really well on Ethereum, right? So if they're priced up well on Ethereum, there's a good chance that they're going to be worth something on Pulsechain. And who knows, they could get to parity. In some cases, they might even get to a premium, or a premium, in other words, worth more than Ethereum over time. Why would that be? Because of the fact that Pulsechain is super fast and super cheap. And that super cheap part is probably really key. A lot of projects that possibly struggle, maybe like metaverses, could end up doing really, really well on Pulsechain. And of course, maybe the team adopts Pulsechain, and because it's everything that Ethereum is, but of course, it's super fast and super cheap. So it makes a lot of sense for utility cases and dApps to be more useful. So that's what the first thing, get your airdrop portfolio set up. And it takes a little bit of thinking. You got to put your think cap on, and maybe you've got some dry powder. Maybe you can accumulate certain things that you want as well. The other thing, of course, you've also got to take into account that maybe you do want some dry powder, so that when the bridge does open 1 or 2 days after Pulsechain launches, that you can then bridge over some stable coins or something like that to pair up with these peers that are on Pulsechain, or to actually buy some, accumulate heaps of them in the early days. Typically, the first couple of months are a pretty good opportunity to pick up some dips there as well. So there's some food for thoughts there. So we've got 1 or 2 days after Pulsechain. You can do some ratio trading. So if you've got copies on Ethereum, you'll get those copied on Pulsechain. The Pulsechain will be closed system, really. Those who've got the airdrops, those who've got the sacrifice points for PulseX and Pulsechain will be able to take advantage of that. Then the bridges opens up, and then it's everybody's coming. Everybody's coming. That exclusive opportunity before the bridge opens up will close out after 24 to 48 hours. So you got to be careful there with that one. So that's going to come on there. So basically, get your airdrop portfolio set up. That's probably the key recommendation there. Number 2 is set goals, profitability, and performance. There's no reason just to blase and say, I got this token, that token. You're going to need to set some goals, and of course, around profitability. Now, you can let it ride. So obviously, if you're after the big X returns, you just let the tokens ride these. You go through the price fluctuations. So maybe you don't sell them at the high. Maybe they go down to a new low. Maybe they go back to high again. And you're just going to ride through those price speculations, or price cycles, sorry. And you're just going to have to take your time. Your time in the market will pay off, as it were. So you've got to think about your profitability. You may want to do just capital gains. So if you're doing that, you just ride through the price cycles, capital gains. You may want to trade. Maybe you're going to trade some stuff. Maybe you're going to do some yield farming, and maybe you're aware of impermanent loss and you get the right peers, maybe peers that move together, things like that have low impermanent losses. And so you're going to have to think about things like that. You need to set up your profitability. Maybe you're going to be getting into certain platforms, maybe yield farming, maybe one-sided pool staking. Maybe you're just going to have a certain amount of profitability. Maybe you don't need that money. Maybe that money is just going to go back reinvested. You need to decide that. Or maybe you're going to take some of the profits every week or month, and you're going to pay some bills with that. Maybe you're going to buy some other investments. You've got to decide. Maybe you're going to put that into a property that you're going to buy locally or something like that. So you have to think about your profitability and being in the best assets, and of course then deciding where the income goes to, your distribution of the income. Does it go back into reinvesting, or does it go like buying more Pulse or buying more Uni token or something like that? Whatever it's going to be on Pulsechain, you need to decide. And of course, taking profitability. So are you going to have passive income, or are you going to go full hardcore for the capital gains? So you have to decide that. Accumulate more volumes and get a bigger portfolio, or take siphon out some income and pay for bills and things like that. People have got lives to do. They've got families. They've got sports that they might want to do, entertainment, whatever you're going to do, traveling. There's profitability there. You've got to take that into account. So you do have to have some performance measures. Keep track of your performance. Are you in profit? Have you made some bad mistakes? You'll be able to find that out. And of course, a good way of doing that is setting up a spreadsheet and working out what it's cost you so far. Maybe you did the sacrifice for PulseX. You work out what that cost you. And then, of course, when the market goes live, You can quickly work out what your revenue is, what the profit capital gain, what your capital gain is on that sort of thing. So it's important to do your performance goals, and to set goals is really important, because otherwise you could end up making a lot of mistakes because you start to gamble, start to speculate, and maybe you don't keep track of your costs. Before you know it, you've actually lost a lot of money. And despite the fact that there might be a mad price gains, maybe you made a few ratio trades that were bad. Maybe you trade some tokens that are post-bridge that you did wrong. So it's really good to keep track of your numbers, basically. So that's probably the next thing. And number 3 there is finalize your launch game plan. You need to think about the fact that when the game plan launches, you need to think about, am I going to do ratio trading? If you're not doing ratio trading, you don't have to worry. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to be holding my position. Fortunately, I start with Pulse and Pulsex and Hex on the chain, so I'm sitting pretty diverse. I've got a nice diversified portfolio of Richard Hart tokens, and of course, that's the gold standard for me. And so that's my thing. But some people missed out on Pulsechain. Some people have missed out on Pulsex. And so one strategy for people might be that they, instead of being able to just sit back and do nothing, maybe they want to actually buy some Hex now, or buy some ERC20s and ratio trade for some Pulse and Pulsex at the beginning. So if they get that in their portfolio set up in step 1, they will then be able to ratio trade. So you have to decide, I'm going to ratio trade or not ratio trade. If you do, what tokens you're going to use, what ratios do you think might be out there, what are you willing to ratio trade at, and things like that. You have to wait. Some people are just going to ratio trade. We saw Top Gun Hexadian just say he's just going to ratio trade first day, whatever it is, bam, he's going to get it in there. Obviously, at the beginning of the ratio trading, we could see some pretty extreme ratios. We'll see what happens there. And maybe people are willing to pay 3 to 1, maybe 3 to 1 for Pulsex to Pulse, or maybe they're willing to pay a certain amount of Hex to Pulse. So people are going to have to work that out. And don't forget, there's not just the retail side. There's also the big whales. They got a much cheaper price, right? So their ratio level is actually lower than the mean, which is 0001. There's this quadruple 04, so that's a lot lower ratio per Hex, for example. And it's going to be fascinating to see that play out. So you need to have finalize your launch game plan. You're going to ratio trade or not, and of course, post bridge. You're going to bring over stable coins. If you've got dry powder, maybe you've got an income weekly that you've got. Maybe you've got some yield farming over other chains. What are you actually going to bring into the play? And I guess getting back to the airdrop portfolio setup is that if you have got other assets on other chains, then you need to get them on Ethereum if you're going to get them copied over. If you're leaving them on Polygon, for example, they won't get copied over. If you're leaving them on other chains altogether, they won't get copied, right? It's going to be on the Ethereum chain to get that double copy. And then, of course, when you do get the airdrop on step 1, you basically can trade those for PLS, PLX, and stuff like that. So you're going to get the huge expected fundamental ones in the Richard Hart setup. So nice. So that's the sort of thing you have to do there. Number 4, you need to practice on Pulsex Exchange. You need to get your practice. You need to make sure, like Richard Hart says here in this tweet, you should all be practicing on testnet so you know what you're going to be doing on launch day. I absolutely agree with that. So definitely practice on Pulsex Exchange. Plenty of videos out on YouTube on that. And of course, I've done many of them myself. I've, in fact, many days covering Pulsex Exchange, doing swaps, adding liquidity and things like that. But you can also get into Discord. Let me just jump back there. I think I've jumped ahead of myself there. So you can get into Discord, and you can also go up to the video tutorials here. And of course, we have tutorials there on Pulsechain Bridge and Pulsex tutorials. So you can get into all these tutorials, 2 to 5 minutes. And there's lots of links in those videos. So there's links in the video descriptions to help you do that. So definitely check out that. Get into Discord, as we say, the links in the video description for this one. So cool. Get into that. And of course, finally, make sure that you practice using the Pulsechain Bridge. So it's very important. So let's have a look at those last two, number 4 and 5. We're going to get into the number 4 and 5 there, and we're going to probably bring those up. Let's pull those up there. So we're going to switch the bridge here, make sure that we're on Pulsechain X. Now, obviously, you need to add to play around with Pulsechain. You need to go to pulsechain.com, and that's very important. So I'm going to post that link in here, but it's also in the video description. We've got a lot of these cool links in the video description as well, but they're also on Discord. So we've got pulsechain.com there. You can hook up to that. This actually has the Pulsechain testnet on it. You can see V2B there, and this is what you have to add in. You have to add Pulsechain test network in the network. into your MetaMask. You have to add the RPC there. You have to add 941 and TPS, etc. That's what you have to do. So if we actually see what that looks like in a wallet, we're going to open up a wallet here just a moment, and so you can see that. And you're going to be able to see the fact that you've got a wallet set up. You're going to have to, I'm not sure if we can see this. Hopefully we can. We've got settings here. Bam. So you go to settings, and you will be able to see the fact that you've got networks here. And you can just click on that. And, of course, you can add in the details there. Look at that. Pretty easy to do. Now, obviously, Pulsechain is here. I don't think Pulsechain itself, the testnet, actually has a prompt for this. Sometimes there's prompts on the Block Explorer. Let's have a look here. I'm not sure if I recall there being a prompt. Pulsechain test network. I don't think so. Let's have a quick look there. Sometimes they have at the bottom, they'll have a button that allows you to jump on there. So that one doesn't, but let's have a look at BSC. Let's imagine if we were going to put on BSC. Sometimes they have that, and we may have that on the launch there. So if we were at BSC, we can see that BSC has a button here to add the BSC network on there. You click that, and it would actually pull that up if you didn't have Binance Smart Chain on there. So that's something you can think about there. But in any case, you add the network just like that. And, of course, you can see that on the Pulsechain. And you can add those details, pulsechain.com. Pretty easy to do that. So you just go to networks and add a new network in. The other thing, of course, if you cannot see the Etherscan, so the Rinkeby network on Pulsechain, you can actually go into advanced, and then you can scroll down and you can show test networks, and then you'll be able to see the Rinkeby Ethereum test network, and that's what you can use for the bridge. And all you have to do is toggle that on. That's it. Select this to show test networks, and you will see all the other networks. Once you go back down to networks, you will see all these test networks here. See the Robstein Ethereum test network, the Rinkeby test network there, the Gorilla test network, the Kovan test network, all the Ethereum there test networks. At the top, of course, is the mainnet. That's what you'll see. And all you have to do is drop that down from your drop-down box at the top, and you can switch those around. So it's pretty easy to do that. So these are the cool things that you can do. The other thing, of course, is that if you want to use the Pulsechain bridge, once you've added the Pulsechain testnet 2B and, of course, the Rinkeby test network, you can then swap between them. And, of course, that's good practice for when the actual mainnet launches. So when mainnet launches, the Pulsechain will have a new mainnet number, and you'll be able to log on to that and add that to MetaMask, and you'll be able to swap between the real Ethereum chain. So you'll be able to swap it on the actual Ethereum chain there, and that would be pretty cool. So you can actually select Ethereum, and you'd have Ethereum there. Very neat. So pretty easy to do. Add the two chains and your MetaMask, and of course you'll be able to do the bridging swapping there. So pretty easy peasy to do that. So nice. I think I've actually switched that around. So let me just switch that back. I'm going to switch that back. Boom. And we can send tokens from a Pulsechain here. We can actually just select the token we want to send. We could send some Hex over to Ethereum. And, of course, we would get P Hex back on the other side. So that's what it does. We can switch the bridge around, of course. And we can do that. Keep switching the wrong one there. We can switch the bridge. And, of course, we'll be able to switch that. And then we've got the Ethereum network there on the left-hand side and Pulsechain on the right side. So that's pretty much it. So you've got two things there, as we say. Practice on Pulsex Exchange, and, of course, which is basically like the Uniswap of Ethereum. And, of course, practice using the Pulsechain bridge is the other one. So we've sold a Pulsechain bridge there on here. And, of course, the other one that we were going to show was Pulsex, and Pulsex is over here. So you can access that here. Let me just post that in the chat as well. Bam. And that is it. So that is the highlight there for that. So just to sum up, make sure you get your airdrop portfolio set up. In other words, all the tokens that you want to have on Pulsechain, they'll get copied over. So you want to get that early. Once Pulsechain's launched, it's too late. Once we know the block height, it's too late. You need to get that 2-for-1 right now. 2-for-1 deal. It's pretty good. You want some Ginsu knives? You want to throw in some Ginsu knives? Well, you don't need Ginsu knives. You're going to be able to buy plenty of Ginsu knives once your airdrop gets priced up by the market. That's pretty much it. Set goals, profitability, performance. Make sure you have some clear idea of what you're actually doing here. I mean, the markets go through bull markets and bear markets. And, of course, you have bills to pay, baby. Maybe you don't. Maybe you can just keep reinvesting everything. That's cool. You got to decide what your goals are. And you're going to be able to have some sense of performance against that. Maybe it's very simple. It's a very simple sense of performance, and you just need to have a sense of that. Finalize, launch your game plan. In other words, if you're going to ratio trading, or if you're going to bring some dry powder over on the bridge, after the bridge launch, stuff like that. And, of course, what you're willing to tolerate in terms of ratio trading, especially if you trading Pulse or Pulsex through the sacrifice bonuses, you got those at a particular rate. So you think about that. Once again, practice on Pulsex Exchange and use the Pulsechain bridge. You got to be familiar with them, right? There's lots of little features there on those two sites. As I say, Pulsex has the exchange. It has the liquidity, so you need to get used to all these little buttons, the fees. Get the fees, get used to the slippage here. There's some expert mode features here. You can play around with those on Pulsechain. There's little little clocks here, recent transactions. And of course, you can connect your wallet up. Probably would pay well. Probably on Ethereum. I bet I'm on Ethereum. Yeah, I'm on Ethereum there on the Rugby Test Network. So I'm going to switch the networks there. Bam. And connect the wallet up. Bam. That's all you have to do. Just connect the wallet like anything else. And of course, you'll see your tokens there. You can swap around with those. You can provide liquidity. Either click this button here. You can add liquidity here. And of course, you can put in select tokens that you want. For example, USDC here. And of course, a Pulsex here. You could provide Pulse. So if I was going to provide liquidity for USDC and Pulse, would have to have an equal amount of each. So I would have to have 2.6 million in this case for both of them. And that would mean I'd need 79 million Pulse to provide liquidity. That would give me a certain amount of the pool as well. And once I do that, of course, I'm going to earn 0.22% of the fees it says here as well. Once I do that, of course, I'm going to get LP tokens. So I can jump over the farms and I can actually put those LP tokens in the PLS USD pair. And so I can put that in. I can stake my LP. I can put max. And away I go, start earning on that. Now, the cool thing is it does give you an APR guide. So if you're wondering what we're around about performance, we talk about performance with the profitability performance. You can actually see that on the site there. And I do suggest definitely checking out. This doesn't take into account impermanent losses, so you need to do that. It's kind of, I think of impermanent losses like kind of like a capital gains or loss as opposed to an income gains or loss. So if you have those two components together. And so it's a good way of thinking about it. And of course, I've done a video on yield farming and impermanent loss, so check that out on the channel, YouTube channel as well. And that covers actually a website that actually allows you to do to monitor your yield farming for you, and it does all the maths for you. You don't have to think about it, and it gives you a pretty good estimation of what your profit and losses, capital gains, income wise, and fees earned. So it's pretty cool. I think I might actually have that up here. Let's have a look here. I've got apy.vision is the site. If you are going to do it, you can enter the app, and of course, they can monitor your wallet, as it were. So it does all that sort of stuff. So you can definitely check that out. And it does multiple chains as well, which is pretty cool. All these chains look, and I'm sure Pulsechain will be on there in due course. So very cool. I understand. I think they were actually testing on Pulsechain. We will see. But that's kind of the tools that will be available in due course. So a good way of looking at that. And I think finally, of course, you're going to also have the pools, and you'll be able to earn revenue in the pools. But it's really important that you play around with all these buttons and, have a look at everything there that you can do. Pools you can't do at the moment because it's closed, but you can still muck around with the farms. Pretty much you're just staking your LPs, you're harvesting your incentive tokens, things like that. And, of course, liquidity is probably the better one to play around with. You got, like I say, all these little bells and whistles where you can impact the gas prices and stuff like that. So it's probably important to do. There's also, of course, the buy and burn. This may be an income for some of you. Maybe you're in a country where incomes are relatively low. Maybe the buy and burn could be a real cash cow for you. You could sit here and just, it could be a full-time income for some people. And of course, it's so cheap on Pulsechain to be able to claim. It's not going to be a hurdle. And if you're sitting there, you could make yourself, maybe you earn $5 a day. You can probably earn more, probably claiming on this. Depending on how busy it is, some people are going to be interesting to see how they do the buy and burn over time, but definitely is the case here. Look at all this stuff here at the moment. You can tab on that, and let's see how much that is. So we're going to burn that. I don't know if it's, please try again. I have to do it. Can you do multiple? I'm pretty sure you can do them all. Yeah, we're going to try and do them all anyway. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll try and confirm that. Bam. I don't even give us an amount there. I'm not sure why that was. Let's jump away from there. I think I'll take all those up. Maybe it's because I had too many. Maybe I haven't refreshed the page. Let's try that. Wait for it to populate the data there. So waiting for the burn to show up. Time. There we are. The burn's showing up. Nice. And we've only got a couple now. I missed it all. But there's one pulse dodge. And of course, that's going to give us a little bit of pulse there. It's too low to, you could probably claim that efficiently, but it's going to be fascinating to see that. I think I missed the big chance. Someone bet me to it. that's the case. So cool. That is what you can play around with anyway. And of course, there is other stuff there, the info, and you can actually just look at all the info and see what's going on, the overall volume on the exchange. And of course, the popular pairs, what are the top tokens trading at the moment, what are their changes in price, changes in volume, and changes in liquidity. If you're tracking particular pairs, that would be useful for you to do that too. And it's always good to get to know a lot of the projects that are on the top list, so that you know what value is, what is actually do you think is value, and of course learning how these tokens work, kind of the psychology, and whether they've had a big run and the user base has disappeared, or whether they've had a good run and the user base has got bigger, but maybe it's going to have another run, that sort of thing. Get an idea behind that. Have they got cool new features that you think will pump the price? So you got to keep onto it with that as well. So pretty cool. There's a nice one. There is a cool tool as well, a ratio tool. I haven't gone through this in detail, but there's a ratio tool around. Let me just find this if I can find it. It might be of interest to some people. Just go through some of these. There's also the PRC20s that's coming up. That's going to be a pretty good website. PRC20s.com. It sort of says what the value of your airdrop is. That's a good pretty way of spreading that around. I'm not sure if there's ratio trading tool. Like I haven't spent too much time going through this particular tool, but it does seem to kind of make sense. I'm just trying to find it now. All right, we're trying to find it. Still find it. And can I see it there? Boy, it's disappeared. I don't know where it is now. It's here in front of me, and I just cannot see it. Just one of those things. No, I just cannot see it, so I'm going to leave that at the moment. If I do find it later on, I will let you know. There's a ratio trading tool there. Just can't see it at this stage. But anyway, get on to the Pulsechain exchange. Practice on there. Practice on the bridge. Be ready as well. Make sure you get all these 5 up and running. So that's pretty much it. Quick presentations in the video description. I'm just going to save it now, and you'll be able to see that as well. It's just a quick highlights of the top 5 things to get ready for sure. A lot of time people, they overlook the profitability goal stuff, that are really not thinking about it. And, it's really important that you're efficient in your mad gains strategy. Being efficient is very important. Cool. Let's get into the comments. Probably got a few people in the house already. And let's see who is in here. We got Hex Hodlers in here. Really worked out, having spread my stakes on quite a few wallets. I got more PLSD than if I was all in one. Yeah, you're not the only one, Hex Hodl. A few people have told me that they had they qualified for certain categories with multiple wallets. So that's really good. Congratulations. Very cool. Hardy Hex says, Hex Hodl, you mean Pulse Dodge coin? Yeah, I think he means Pulse Dodge. That's PLSD coin there. Let's see what else we got there. We got the PLSD is easier to type. It's a ticker. And not yet. I plan to Hex Hodl, Hex Stake Hex. Yeah, I think generally, I think people are fairly comfortable now with the PLSD. So definitely, once again, do your investment due diligence. But I definitely think that more people are getting more comfortable. There's about 7% of the wallets have claimed so far. Just to give you an idea of that. We have talked about that today in this morning's live stream. We went through Pulse Dodge coin as well. What else we got going there? We've got Pinch Me's in house. Great session. Maybe I'm lost here. Why use the bridge when the tokens are copied from ETH with the same number of tokens? All that is left is to offer liquidity. What am I missing? Okay, so 2 things there. Pinch Me. One is that we don't know what the value of the stable coins are going to be worth copied over. And secondly, when the bridge opens up, stable coins will come and flood through the liquidity pools and determine the prices. Now we may get some sense of price markup with the tokens, stable coins already, but I think that's really the stable coins coming from the ETH bridge that are going to give us certainty around that value. That's probably my 2 comments on that. Let anyone else know if they want to chime in on those 2, but that's my 2 comments. Hello from sunny Miami, says Humberto. Hey, good to see you, Humberto Gonzalez. Hey, cool, good to see you, Humberto Gonzalez from Miami. Beautiful Miami, eh? Boats and beaches and all the good stuff there. Very nice. Paul's Goddess is in the house. How's it, family? Good to see you. And what else we got going there? Yeah, Hex Hodl says ETH gets 1 PLS for the copy and is diluted by like 1.2 million X. So don't hodl ETH for the fork. My advice: get Hex. Yeah, that's right. So there is going to be, when the MBOT harvests all liquidity from Ethereum, it's going to be about a 1.2 million X a calculation. So that effectively works in to 1,095 multiplied by the token and divided as well. So that's pretty much how that works to set up the pools. I expect there to be about 9 billion pulse in the Hex pool. For example, I've done half of that presentation. I haven't finished it yet, so that's why I haven't talked about that stuff yet. Gen Hex says awesome. They're about 1.2 million X more PLS than ETH. That's right. So when is the best time to buy up once this launches? So when the price dips, Paul. When the price dips is the what I'd say. But the best time is if you can ratio trade in the first day or two. Unless, of course, you've sacrificed everything appropriately. Then, like me, you won't be doing much there at all. So cool. Hello, how are you today? Says Lice Beneath. Good to see you. And of course, here's the ultimate strategy. Lice Beneath brings it to us every day. Hex, EHEX, PLS, and PLSX for the win. I like that a lot. So what else we got going on here? Paul says, it's not launched yet. Right. Yeah, Pulsechain's not launched yet, Paul. It's coming up. We expect possibly mid-May is kind of the signal here. We had that from Richard Hart, the founder, of course, earlier today. And where is that here? We just missed that one there. Just let me bring that back up again. And we'll bring it up. So that was 10 hours ago. We got mid-May is still the target for the world's largest free airdrop. So there we are. That is the timeline there. V3 AMM bot is working. SAC balances look good, great. And most sacrifice compliance are user error. So we're looking really good. We're in good shape, man. And as we understand it, the V3 liquidity harvesting has been successfully tested for about 3 weeks, apparently. So that's very positive as well. Let's hear from Richard Hart himself. Richard, can you come on? Yes, Richard just told me he's going to come on. Let's hear him.
My next Pulsechain and PulseX are the next things to launch. They're soon, like less than 2 months. The best guesses I have from devs are mid-May. That's the best guesses I've got, which is less than a month. So
there we are. That's hearing from Richard himself. So it's always cool to hear from Richard. And we've got the file. We've got the old bat phone there to Richard Hart. So that was pretty nice. All right, cool. We got. I think we're getting up there, pretty close to the comments there. Everyone that's not on the Hex Token Discord, join now. Yeah, definitely join the Discord. We are building up a really good community on here. Honestly, we're 238. We're not too far from our next target, 250. So you can help make that possible. Get in there. Lots of cool chats, cool video. If you're asking, how do you do this? How do you do that? We've got video tutorials and links. But we've also got a lot of people in the chat there helping out, posting some videos on cool topics that might be relevant to you as well. We've also got new tokens as well. If you want to talk about, Pulse Dogecoin or Pulsechain or Pulse DeLorean or whatever project you want to talk about, you can talk about it in there as well. And some new token links as they come in there also. Very, very cool. All right, so let's get in. So Pulse is live. OMG, I'm going. Catch up later, says Paul. Pulse is not live yet, Paul. funny. All right, Pulse is not live. Yeah, that's right. RH for the win, absolutely. And a good night is Superman and all. Early drive, we'll listen in the morning. Hey, Sam, good to see you in the chat, though. And another awesome Hex Token channel member, so we'll catch you later, Sam, for sure. Yes, prophetic. Yes. We got a yes from prophetic. Good to see you else. All right, so cool. Let us get on to the markets and let's see where we're up to. Hex is still looking good, man. This is on the hourly chart here. We're at 13.3 cents. We had a nice little run off there as well. And you can see 10 hours ago was when the kind of Richard's tweet came out. So that's, a few hours ago, this one here. So we had a nice little pump of Richard's tweet here. Look at that. Nice little pump. And here we are testing back at 13. We got as high as 13.4 cents. And I suspect that if we look at the full gambit on the DMI, we can see the DMI buyers there on the hourlies looking really good. And if we switch it over to the daily, the buyers are in control. The sellers are not in control. And we'll just jump over to the daily chart there. yeah, the buyers on the daily are in control and the sellers are not in control. Very, very cool. Obviously, lots of room too to move up for the buyers as well. We've got to wait for the momentum to turn around. It's currently 17. You want to get up to the orange momentum line for the buyers direction to get up over 25, this yellow line, kind of where we're at there. And the RSI is starting to move up. And of course, we're just over the 50 mark there. Long way to go for a nice little price run. So feeling good that we'll probably get a bit more consolidation. With that being said, of course, we want to get up through this long-term triangle. We're going to zoom on that. There's the days there from the all-time high here back on the 19th September. We want to break out of this long-term resistance in this triangle here and break out to these plus signs here. So either break out to this 15.5 cent mark or break out to this 14 cent mark. It's kind of where we want to get to there. We're going to end up running out of it anyway in time, but we really want to break out in style. Obviously, this blue line here is the middle of May, and that's our expected launch date, as we said. So that's kind of the current likelihood date, I should say. Mid-May is still the target. Let's put it that way, get the right wording, and break out through there. So that's kind of where we want to get to 14 cents, then 15.5, and of course break out. Now, much easier to break out than it was a while ago because we've just moved along in time with moving pretty much sideways for the most part. So yeah, I'm excited. Hope you are too. Hedron there, 1365. That's definitely bounced off its low, and I think our low was way back here, somewhere about 1116, so 1116, and we're at 1365. So a nice little one there. We had a big pump here a few hours ago that went all the way up to 2063. So that was pretty cool. And on the daily, let's have a look at the daily on the Hedron, and we're going to pull the daily up there. You can see the full chart. Let's pull that way down. That's at the daily. What's something weird about this chart? Oh, that's kind of weird. Something looks weird there. I'm not sure what's wrong with that. That's the daily. We'll probably leave that chart. Something's gone awry there. All right, so we got the current price of can't even see the price here. Maxi versus Hex. This is Maxi. Obviously, super successful Maxi. Let's have a quick look at where that's leading to now. On the chain here, 178.6 million Maxi in there is currently going on there. So pretty exciting. Let me just do quick math there. What's it been? 11 days, I guess. 178.6 divided by 11 times 15, I guess. 243. So we might get up there with the last day having probably a bit of a rush in the last day. We might get up to 250 million. But definitely looking pretty good there. 178.6 million at the moment. 3,390 holders, which is pretty cool. And if we go to the contract, I wonder what sort of functions there are here. Just going through some of these. Get Hedron day, jumping through, blah, blah, blah. Get stake. No, nothing there that is useful for us to look at, but pretty cool. Maxi is successful. And man, I'm loving it. It's been a really good pump on that one. Let's jump over to Pulse Dogecoin. Obviously, been covering this now that people are getting a lot more confidence with this one. And I really do think that if you're going to launch one of these, you've got to do it in a, just in a bit better way. That's probably the way I put that. That's all I would say. So here $1.90 is the price. So looking pretty good. The launch price was $1. We can see the launch price here was $1. That was the original liquidity set up too. So start off $1 and has been as high as $3.23. That was 5 days ago. Had this big spike there. I'm not sure what caused that, but $3.23 was the high, and now we're at $1.90. So it's actually getting a higher low there and just slowly creeping up. So positive. And of course, the amount of people claimed is been increasing. So we're going to have a look at the PLSD on the blockchain and see how many people have been claiming that. Now let's have a look. I'm going to jump over to that and let's see. So yeah, 1,841,000 PLSD coins have been claimed so far. And of course, the maximum is 12 million. There's about 93 days to go, I think, something like that, out of a 100-day launch phase. And we'll see what it gets up to. I suspect maybe we might get to a couple of million, maybe 5 million. Let's see how we get on. So yeah, if we have took the average, let's take 1,834.4 for 1.5. We'll divide that by, say, let's say 7 days, times that by 100. Hopefully that works the maths there. 26. So that's not good maths. That's bad maths. So we'll just leave the maths there. Anyway, we're at 1.8 million on PLSD there. And of course, we can actually check the contract here for the actual number of claims. We've got number of claims here. People have claimed 6,437. And of course, that's about 7%. If you take about 90,000 stakers, that's about 7%. So cool VIP. Going pretty good there. So there's obviously more sellers there because we've had 6,437 claimers and there's now 4,849 holders. But the fact is that there are some people that have been speculating on the meme coin, and they hold a lot of hold a lot of the tokens. So pretty awesome. If you think about the fact that dolphins get 900, was it 900? 900. I'm pretty sure it's dolphin 900. Yeah, I think it's 900. Then these have got 9,000 here, 9,500. Now a lot of people have multiple wallets, like Hodl. Hodl has a couple of wallets, so this is probably why they some of the wallets will be just have a lot more claims on them. So congratulations if you've got multiple wallets for that with the T-share holders. Remember, to qualify for the PLSD, you need to be have had stakes on the 20th of April or earlier. That's not for people after that. Just remember, if you made recent stakes, you don't qualify for that. So that's pretty much that. Looking good. Once again, get into Discord. Join the crew. We've got 238 awesome people in there. You can become one of the awesome people too as we head up towards 250 people. Get in there, folks. It really is cool. We're building up a really nice community on Discord, and of course, spreading the word about Hex and Pulsechain on Discord too. People will be able to search and find us there. Nice. If they're looking up for Hex, Pulsechain, it was really hard to find anything before. Now they can look up and they'll be able to find, you get it, Hex Token, Gen Hex, Trade Wedding, and Heinz Crypto. And of course, we're going to have more content creators in there as well as we continue to expand. It's going to be a lot of fun. Nice. And Richard, man, woohoo! Keep up the good work, Richard. Keep leading the way. Yeah, go, Richard. That's our cry. That's our cry to Richard. Keep going as well. So nice. Let's see if he's got anything on his little tweets and replies. Sometimes I miss those. If he had other people on there. Let's have a look here. We'll jump through. Oh, I can't see anything there. Oh, rat bags. I couldn't ran out of room. All right, so cool. Let's jump over to, I think that was probably it on there. Yeah, we talked about Rackham already earlier today. This is big news, man. I'm not sure how many people caught on to this. We covered it earlier today. And that is, let me just I don't want to lose myself here. I only go down about 4 pages. eHex OTC sale, post-split dynamic negotiable individuals, parties in possession of and a desire of selling up to 450 million eHex in an OTC deal. Please feel free to DM me. We will use a law firm to solidify, mediate. OTC only, over the counter. So OTC means over the counter. Minimum of 250 million eHex, nothing less. So that's, you can't actually reply to that. You can't reply to this. This has gone out to select people that will possibly be able to do that. Pretty interesting stuff there. We've got a few people. Just got some quote tweets there. I can't actually see that because I got limited access, but that's pretty exciting. So cool. I think that was probably the highlight there as well. Let's see on the Hex price. Go back to the hourly and get rid of the overlays. That's why we roll. And we're currently at 13.2 cents on the Hex. We're getting breaking out. We're almost breaking out here too. Breaking out on the local there. We could definitely get up. Let's go. Let's go for 14 cents and then 15.5. That's the way we want to head to. As the good news starts filtering through. What else? Hex on here says just wake. So don't say much. Don't say much. Yeah, just waking up there. German Gayman's in house. There's a Gayman, yeah. Ho ho ho, good to see a Gayman in house. And 39 likes, 60 watching. Come on, peeps. It's just a click to support Superman. Yeah, that's true. We've got 45 now, so definitely smash that like button, hit subscribe as well. Actually, how we're doing on the old channel? Haven't even checked. Let's have a look at the channel, and we're going to go back there and check the analytics. Let's see how we're doing on the old subscribers. We passed 4,000, if you remember, just the other day. We're now up at 4,041. So definitely subscribe, like, and share the channel. Hit the bell for future videos. That's for sure. Nice. Hey, it says great news. Your video's got more views from YouTube recommendations. Woohoo! So that's the thing. Share the channel. The YouTube just told me, great news. Your video's got more views from YouTube recommendations. So definitely get out and share the channel. That would definitely help a lot. So cool. All right, so let's jump over there. Dave from down under says, when do you put up the countdown? Well, Dave, we don't put up the countdown, but Richard Hart will do an announcement. We just don't know exactly how he's going to do that. So we'll have to wait for him to do it. He's teased. The only thing he's teased before, of course, that it's suddenly going to happen. In fact, I think we've got that on our other video, so we're going to watch that quickly. I'm going to jump to the end of that file, though, because it's a bit longer than this one. So we're going to jump to that at the end. Let's hear it from Richard Hart.
Totals were done now. Like, I could just set a date, you know? But, like, until those stupid sacrifice totals are finished, as soon as the sac totals are done, man, we are so close because the bridge works great.
So when the sac totals are done, what's how much time after that? You don't just give me an estimate.
I'm trying. You want me to think about it? Give me a second.
I'll get it out of them, guys.
If we've got the event reporting and the node fixed, which I think that'll get fixed before sac totals is done, which is funny. And I think even if that event reporting was wrong, you could still go to mainnet anyway without it. Just people be missing a little bit of data that you could fix later. I mean, I got to talk to him more about that, exactly how mission critical that particular report is. I mean, look, man, once sac totals are like done and published, it feels like 2 weeks.
2 weeks after sac totals?
I mean, I'd like to be done in 4 weeks. Like, I'd like mainnet to be in 4 weeks, but every time estimate I've ever given has been wrong. And I've been telling you they would be wrong ahead of time because I know how this goes. No one would have ever expected sac totals would take this long. That's supposed to be the easiest part. Like, measure how much people sacrifice. That should be the easiest thing. And then you're like, wow, oddly enough, it's not. That sucks. But then the super hard stuff, like bridge, it's like, it's been done forever. You're like, so a lot of times the easy stuff ends up being hard. The hard stuff ends up being easy. I mean, we're so close, man. And you can tell because the test net works. Like, you can go use it. It's been working for a long time now. It's just that, like, you could even if we had consensus bugs, you could fix those and patch those. But, like, you can't rewrite the totals. That you can't do. So we have to get the sacrifice totals right up front. And consensus bugs, the network's been running too long. We're not likely to have anything like that. Yeah, so, I mean, 2 weeks after the sac total seems fine. But it would just, the only two other things are, like, really just that event thing, and then, like, DevOps, just making sure that everything is robust, because you're going to get a lot of load. Like, world's largest airdrop,
it's going to be crazy.
Get a lot of load. You're going to get loaded up. So the people that are running servers have to be ready for, like, redundancy, you know? But, like, even if there was downtime, as long as the downtime is just a pause, no one really cares. So, like, in crypto, when you have a downtime, when is that most harmful? If people are leveraged up and they're going to get liquidated now unfairly because they can't add margin, they can't add collateral, that's not fair. But we're not going to have any margin trading off the bat, so it doesn't really matter. And then if people's balances, like, got miswritten or overwritten, that would be pretty tragic. But that's never even happened. Like, that would, like, in EVM chains, I don't think that's ever happened. You could say, like, an Eclipse attack happened on Verge that, like, rolled back 6 months of transactions or something. That would be, like, a huge rewrite problem. But then you could fork before that block anyway and keep the old state. Like, I'm just going through, like, a parade of imaginary horribles. I don't think any of that crap's going to happen. I think we're going to have our fork, and I think everything's going to run fine. But I'm not going to be sitting in a launch party just in case. I'm not going to be like, oh, I got to reboot some crap. Oh, man, going to have to leave the party. Gotta see you guys. There's a million things you could do on Pulse testnet right now, and you should be doing them. Because, look, man, one day I'm going to be doing this live stream, and it's going to be, we're up, we're live, and you're going to testnet right now, and you should be doing them. Because, look, man, one day I'm going to be doing this live stream, and it's going to be, we're up, we're live, and you're going to be like, oh, crap, now I have to learn everything? Learn it now, man, because we are close, dude. We are really, really, really close.
So there we are, folks. So we are really close. So play off the testnet, get onto it. It's going to be coming. And of course, 2 weeks after the sacrifice numbers, and of course, the last sacrifice we got was this one here, 25th of April, 2022. So this is the latest one here. Definitely got to check your sacrifice balances. And if you haven't done already, post the link in the video description there. You can check that out. So definitely is the link there as well. So check that. Hopefully that's gone through. Don't even see that go through, but hopefully it's gone through. And let's get into some of the comments here. We're almost up to date here, so looking good. And Turtle Power, Hex, God Turtles in the house, Turtle Power, how's everyone going? Good to see you in the house. And Hex God, so RH is running a V3 now, but hasn't released it to us, correct? Yeah, he's been testing V3 on the private test network, so that's apparently been running for a few weeks now. Mr. Frost is in the house. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. And good morning to all. Nice one, Mr. Frost from India. Big shout out to you. Hardy Hex says, Richard Hart once mentioned that V3 will be behind the scenes here on the private network. It was always a little bit unclear about version 3 testnet as opposed to version 3 harvesting by the AMM bot. Two different topics there. And AK's in the house mid-May. LFG. Yeah, AK's onto it, man. AK is going to be killing it on Pulsechain. Absolutely. So nice there. Jen Hex as well in the house. Big hearts and a thumbs up from Hex Token channel member. Property reviews in the house. Great show. Appreciate property review. And I love your channel too. So big shout out to you. And Simple Believer says, what will you do once you get 5 subscribers? Oh, we will go insane in the membrane on this channel there, Simple Believer. I think it's going to be a party. Party, that's for sure. So how many, we're still a little while away from that. How many subscribers are we away? 555 minus 4041, I think it was. So still 1,514 subscribers away from that. Yeah, so still Simple Believer, 1,514 away from that. So if you guys are watching, you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe button, hit the like as well, and we'll get closer to that 555 subs. That'd be pretty cool. Just had an idea. Do you think he was referring to Uni AMM bot on V3? That would be crazy. Yes, that's the big thing. That is the, getting the V3 liquidity harvest. That is the biggest thing that we're wanting to happen, really. Nice. Maybe they figured out Uni V3 out. I think that they can take probably an approach to V3, and I believe that is the case there. May 15 live stream release. Yeah, that'd be awesome. And finally, there is only one play, in my opinion, Stake Hex, no stress. That is true. That is true. This is a Hex Maxi channel. It's, after all, this channel is called Hex Token. So I agree with you with that as well. Steak Bake says Gen Hex. Yeah, Steak and Bake. That's the one. Where's the Robin Hart? Says Hardy Hex. Hey, we've got to pull that up. Actually, where did I pull that? Let me just, can I have got that? Have I got that in the house? I'm not even sure I've got that. Let me have a look here. No, that's not showing up. Cool. Let us look at the Richard Hart, the Robin Hart. I think I can get it here. I want to be careful what I open up here, but let's have a look here. No, not that one. Hardy Hex. Let's open up. Boom. There he is, folks. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yes. Thanks to Hardy Hex for this one. Richard Hart. Boom, boom. I was actually going to use this for a thumbnail, but hey, we got a sneak peek here. Richard Hart, man, the Robin Hood of crypto. Woo-hoo-hoo! And of course, copying the first system state copy of Ethereum, folks, on Pulsechain, Mr. Robin Hood, aka Richard Hart, aka everything else. So pretty cool. I love this pitch image. Is so cool there. And of course, you got the little Hex medallion there as well. This is truly a big shout out to Hardy Hex. Very, very nice. Cool. A cool VIP, as we say. Cool VIP. That is a really cool image. I love it. I love it. And nice. North Face says, hi, everybody. Rocket bags. Absolutely. And yes, and stake PLSX as well. Yeah, you're going to be able to stake PLX. You're going to be able to pretty much stake PLS and Hex. That's going to be a winning combination for passive income. That's for sure. Brazil says Pulsechain release date 5 of the May, 5:55 p.m. Yeah, people have said that Brazology. I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. But I think the 10th is kind of the earliest. If we take the current date and then add on 2 weeks for the sacrifice balances. But you might be right. You might be right. We did have the sacrifice the 25th. Yeah, that still doesn't work out quite right there. But hey, you never know. That would be perfect, wouldn't it, Brazology? We'll keep on to that. We'll see how that goes with that prediction. Get Hexes in the house. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, Hex Hardy, love that. That was an awesome pick of Robin Hart. Yeah, Hex God Turtle is a great way of putting it. Robin Hart, nice one. I like that. Hi, Rock Edison's in the house as well. Hi, everybody. Cool pick. Yeah, that pick is really cool. So a big shout out to Hardy Hex who made that. Hardy Hex did make that, so that was awesome. Oh yeah. And what else there? Probably reviewed the Robin Hood of watches. Good vibes. Yeah. Well, I'm sure he bought those watches, but yeah, get it. I guess the Robin Hood part is really he's copying the first system state copy of Ethereum is pretty amazing. What's Ethereum worth? About 360 billion or so. That is a massive Mr. Robin Hood on that one. Let's go, says DB Copper. Absolutely, let's go. Get your FOMO pants on. It's about to get real. It's about to get hot in here. And of course, it's going to be a lot of epicness. That's too much for me to handle, really. Too much for me to handle. Superman says, Get Hex and Get Hex are not the same, bro. Gen Hex, I'm working on getting them both to change their names just to make it easier for you. Yeah, I always get Hex and Gen Hex wrong, but I think they forgive me. I try to get it right. I do correct myself sometimes, but it does look pretty close. Got it. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. And in the house, Brazolji in the house. Yeah, Brazolji is a legend in the community. The big shout out, Brazolji. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, definitely check your balances. 25th. Apparently, everyone's looking pretty good, as Richard said. There's only some little errors around. The sacrifice balances are looking good. V3 liquidity. Yeah, this is the way we go. This is what's happening. We're moving forward. It's getting close. I can smell it. Smell it getting close. It's getting closer, so to speak. What else we got going there? We got YouTube shows in here. Boom. And I'm going to post some emojis on there. Let's put some BAM on that. And I don't have other heroes in here, so we're going to have to put this new one. We've got Gen Hex here. That's the Gen Hex symbol there on the Discord. So if you're a follower of Gen Hex YouTube channel, Craig Wedding, check that out. We've also got Heinz Crypto as well as in the house there. So that's Heinz Crypto there. No, is that Heinz Crypto? No, is that Heinz Crypto? Is that the Superman one? That's the Superman one. Where's the Heinz Crypto one? This one here. Is that the Heinz Crypto one? I can't remember now. What's that one going there? Yeah, Heinz Crypto. That's the Heinz Crypto's one there. So these are the 3 YouTube channels syndicated on this Discord. So definitely get into that. Nice. All right. Boom. Hey, we're still on 238 members there. So if you haven't joined, hit the link in the video description and join up. 250 is where we're heading. So definitely join up to that. What's up? Says Brazaji. What's up? Says Superman. And I think Hex Token says get Hex. You're welcome. Hey, I said it right this time. Get Hex and not Gen Hex. Legend, how that feel, Brazaji? Woo-hoo-hoo. And just check my balances again. Still looks good. Nice on the sacrifice balances. Heinz is sleeping now, Eastern time. Okay. Well, hopefully, Heinz, if you're out there, we salute you. And when you're awake, you can see this video, hopefully. He's pretty busy himself now, though. All right, so that's where we're at there. Well, we're coming up to 58 minutes. We haven't done a poll today, which kind of feels sad. No poll, sad. Actually, we do a date poll. That'd be pretty happy. We'll do a date poll. When will Pulsechain launch? And of course, we know mid-May, but we'll put a poll out anyway. Let's say the dates. Let's say it's going to be a tough one. 1st of May to let's presume that's not launching before April. Let's presume that. It's not launching before April. So May 1st to 15th. 15th, say. That's the key bracket, isn't it? May 1st to the 14th. Let's do May to the 14th of May. Let's do let's do 15th of May. Why not? Let's put in the big date, 15th of May on there. That's the first option, 15th. And let's do the next one will be the 16th of May. 16th of May. 16th of May to the 31 days, is it? 31 days. And then, of course, we'll do third option, June. Let's do June. Third option, June. And let's be for the pessimist. No, we're not going to put in July because I know if I put in July, a lot of people are going to go July. If you put in June, then that's just, that's too bad. That's just too bad. We're going to have 3 there. Let's go. All right, this is the poll. We got the poll on in the house. We're going to have a poll on this channel. This is the way it goes. We've got a poll. So let's put in that poll. Let me put in a little emoji there. Poll. We've got some rocket bags there in the house. All right. Let's jump over to copies there. A truth. And should we have received the airdrop yet, says Joseph. No. So there is an old airdrop. If you think about it, if you go to the sacrifice balances, there is a version at the beginning, which is version V2B. Now that was a test one originally. That was where the sacrifice balances began, and of course you can see those on Pulsechain. So if you go to Pulsechain and you had that drop, you'd actually be able to check your wallet. It's a little messy though, but now of course the sacrifice balances have been cleaned up. So we've got the cleanup balances there, and of course you'll see it for Pulse and PulseX. If you qualify, you'll see your balances there. So that's pretty much that. So hopefully that answers your thing. The reality is that when mainnet drops, you will see your balances there, and you'll just have to add the Pulsechain mainnet there at the moment. We're just still on testnets at the moment, testnet 2B, but mainnet is coming up maybe mid-May. We've got a poll on at the moment, playing around with that. That's pretty much how that goes. So hopefully that answers you, Joseph. And Hex Token in the house with the $5 super sticker. Yeah, boy. The FOMO is about to get real. That's for the daily content. Yeah. Also, a big bow down to Hex Token, who's the god turtle of all the turtles. So big shout out to Hex Token for that. And appreciate it. And there was some singing there, some high-pitched singing that many of you were probably going to unsubscribe from this channel because I went that high. Yes, I did. I took it up the octaves, but that's just the way it goes. June the 3rd, 9 a.m., 369. That is another good date. It's now. I should have been thinking a bit more about that. Good on you. I love it, says Hex Token. Thanks, Joseph says. Hey, you're welcome. Like I say, if you watch the strategy at the beginning there, Joseph, really try and get your portfolio. If you want things copied over from Ethereum, then you have to have the right assets in your wallet now on Ethereum. They will get copied over to Pulsechain. Everything on Ethereum is getting copied over, Richard Hart said. So very, very cool. Hex Hodder says, I'm high and I like the singing. You're funny, Hex Hodder, man. You're a crazy dude. Hex Hodder was one crazy wild dude. I love it. That's pretty funny. Where are the ducks? Says it's now. The ducks are pretty quiet. I've actually lowered the volume of the ducks, but we're going to put the ducks on. There it is on pretty low. I think that was had too high before when it was on 25. So I've reduced that down to 16 or 18. I think that's probably about right. Just trying to get it at the right level. I like to have music because it helps with the tempo, but I don't want it to overcrowd the voice either. Dingle Wolf's in the house, so the ducks are back online there. It's now. And Dingle Wolf and with the kangaroos and Brazil with the ducks. Nice. And the coffee. Ducks and coffee. All right, cool. Let us jump over to the Hex price. Here we are. We are at 13.25. I'm sure this is going to go up. What do you guys reckon? I reckon it's going to go up overnight. Have a feeling. Is the train leaving the station right now? I think it is. It's coming. It's coming. That's for sure. What we did find out was that Overwatch hashtag Rack and Rochelle is up to a lot of stuff on Pulsechain, and of course preparing stuff on Ethereum. So definitely things are happening, man. The big whales are moving. So even though it's quiet out on the streets and the prices, Hex price, etc., the whales are doing their thing. They are getting ready for Pulsechain. This is the chance of a lifetime, not just for everybody here, but the whales see this as a massive chance to scale up their wealth. So did you hear what I'm saying? Scaling up the wealth of the whales. They're looking at this big time. This Ethereum's a $360 billion chain. Can you imagine how the whales, if they've got maybe the whales have got hundreds of millions, maybe they've got a couple billion, they can multiply that big time by getting the chain valued up at hundreds of millions of dollars, or hundreds of billions of dollars, I should say. It is the VC capitalists are looking at this and thinking, how can we multiply this chain? And of course, they know what Ethereum's worth, and this is a chance of a lifetime. So all of us retailers in the retail house, we can ride the gravy train on that too. So awesome stuff. Let's get into it. We got a couple of more comments here. Ducks, bring it. LFG says it's now. It's on. Those are well-fed mallards, said Brazilji. That's right. Go up, way up, and to the mother of Herkin root, says TV. And we got the family channel. But that was playing around there. It was circling around with the ducks. That was circling the ducks. Ducks are coming. What is it? Whales are coming. Yeah, whales are coming. Gen Hex. They get Hex. Get Hex. I gotta say, get Hex. That's what I gotta say. Get Hex are coming. That's for sure. All right, let us jump over. I think that's probably it for the moment. Now, I was going to be doing a video on the bridge yet, but I haven't finished that either. I've got two presentations, which are actually full presentations. They're not short presentations. and I haven't finished them yet because they just take more work. That's all. And I've had so much on lately. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff there. Cool. Get into the Discord. We've got 238 here. We've got to get a few more in the house. If you haven't gone to Discord here, get onto Hex Token YouTube. It's well worth it, that's for sure. I'm just going to practice mucking around there. 3-second blocks, looking good. I'm not even sure what tokens. Let's have a look at the tokens that we've got on here on Pulsechain. We've got a few. We've got the USD Tether. It's going to be interesting to see how the stable coins perform and how they get supported. I have a feeling they're going to get supported. And it's going to be interesting to see how the custodials react. I think they will probably. Rationality kind of says to me that you'd end up trying to move to back those assets. It just seems what logical to me. Otherwise, you're missing out on billions of dollars of trade volume, which are going to be on Pulsechain. There's no doubt that we're going to have a lot of volume on Pulsechain, in my view. Just as a no-brainer. The first system state copy of Ethereum, come on. Biggest airdrop in crypto history, come on. Biggest yield farm in crypto history, come on. The fastest way to mass adoption on the bridge opening up, come on. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome, truly awesome. All right, so 19 votes there. When will Pulsechain launch? 1st of May to the 15th of May, 16th of May to 31st of May, or June. Definitely smash those likes out. We're going to end this in 4 minutes time. So after 10 minutes, we'll end that poll. Get in there and vote if you're new. This now said the ducks make me feel like I am the last one left in the bar, and the bartender just telling me about Hex is the next best thing. That's pretty funny, man. This is a family channel, says Brazolji. Yeah, this is a family channel. Hey, Brazolji. Well, the thing is, if you want the late night channel, I think let's go to YouTube. Because I saw another second episode of Ladies Night, and that was hardcore on episode 1. So I think, is that on Discourse Syndicate? I think so. Discourse Syndicate. Pretty sure that is coming up there on Discourse Syndicate. I could be wrong. There was a video here today, a Q&A with Kinetics. Kinetics. I only got to watch parts of it because I was doing another live stream, but a Q&A with Kinetics is out. Definitely watch this. I think he gives a little detail. I didn't actually watch the whole thing. Let me know. Drop in the comments if you got any insights from this Q&A with Kinetics, because he's been out of the picture working hard on building real value. Obviously, he is leading up the Hex Investment Trust there, so that's pretty cool. And of course, the Hex Investment Trust, if you for those that don't know, is the big investment vehicle that's going to take Hex onto the big exchanges like NASDAQ listing exchanges and things like that. And of course, onboard big money from traditional markets. So very, very cool. It's in the private stage at this stage. Their goal was 10 million within 3 months and 50 investors. So we're looking forward to this playing out. Now, I've got the timeline. I'm going to bring the timeline up tomorrow because I haven't been talking about the timeline lately. And we'll put this in context with the timeline tomorrow. That's a good idea. So anyway, Kinetics was on there, and he did drop a few things about the investment, their investment trust. I think not the investment trust, their the other site. I just can't remember what it's called now. But they covered that, and Kinetics was also dropping some information on another channel as well, who I just forget now as well who that was. It was another channel, a female content creator. Just forget her name now. She's very good actually. Can't remember her name, but she was on there too. So definitely some nice information there. Cool VIP. What else we got? AK says new generation of whales are going to be born mid-May. AK, you're right. So as we said, if you haven't checked my video out, if we get to 1 cent on PulseX, that would be over 11.5 million millionaires, 11,500 millionaires on PulseX if we get to 1 cent. That's the people that hold on. If you just hold on, a lot of people not selling, a lot of people just hodling. We gain that, and if those people are still holding, when we get to 1 cent, then there'll be over 11,500 millionaires on PulseX, and over 18 billionaires. If all the whales hold over 18 billionaires, it's pretty insane. So cool. I wrote it in a family friend. Nice. Yeah, you did keep it. I was just teasing you on that one, DP. Just because you circled around that pretty smartly there. I wrote it in family friend. I love that, DB. All right, Priscilla's got the class on, and Hex Token says, "Woohoo! Come on!" Yeah, absolutely. Now we're up to on the poll there. I just double checked there. Yeah, 10 minutes. So we're about to close the poll. I think we're about 30 seconds away from closing the poll out. Thank you. Says anyone else feel they didn't sacrifice enough? A lot of people get like that, right? I've had people say that. Heaps of people say, oh, I wish I'd sacrificed more. Particularly Pulsechain, given the fact that there's like maybe a 1-to-3 ratio in the wallet. So maybe around 50,000 wallets for Pulsechain and about 150,000 wallets for PulseX, somewhere in that ballpark. It's like a 3-to-1. So, and we'll see. And many of the people, of course, we know sacrifice from PulseX as they were coming in for the sacrifice. They were asking us questions because we covered it live every day on this channel. If you want to go back and watch every single day of the sacrifice of Pulsechain and at least PulseX, you can. I did cover Pulsechain, but on a different channel. Yeah, it's on this channel. We covered PulseX every day. That's for sure. Get Hex has got the money bags and Mountain Crypto Advisors. Yeah, Hex on yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, so Hex Investment Trust and Mountain Crypto Advisors are the two public agencies that they've got running. Mountain Crypto Advisors apparently has got close to $1 billion of Hex funds under management, I think. So pretty close at the current price of Hex. So imagine Hex goes 3x to the all-time high. You're talking pretty much about $3 billion of management inside that. So it's pretty amazing. It's Nana says, not me. Hex, thanks, Milo. Are you even kidding me? Hindsight, I would have sold everything, blood semen, all that, but we are here now. So there we are. There's some of the desperation that people would have done. It is the official Pulsefication channel. Right, so let's go to that official Pulsefication. Pulsefication. Let's look at that. Bam. This is the one here. So this Lady Knights here. This is the one I was actually going to look for. I forgot about it when I got distracted by Kinetics on there. But Pulse Hex Crypto Ladies Night, number 2. This might be the family channel or one of the family channels, but this is one of the AO channels, one of the adults only channels. But at least last time they had two young ladies. This time they got this person here. Was it C3 Hexing? I think it is, and 3C Hexing there. So with Quinn there, very, very cool. So that could get pretty wild like last time. They have drinking games and all sorts of carry on there. So it's a bit of fun for sure if you want to get watch that. Nice one. Thanks, Brazology, as always. And Delfonso says, I saw the Aussie Discord Syndicate yesterday. Yeah, I was watching a bit of that, but it was last time I stayed up and watched the whole thing, it was by the time I finished, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning here and I was pretty tired. I saw the Aussie Discord Syndicate yesterday. It was normally good, but an old guy called Unwrecked Pirate was on there and he was either drunk or on drugs or making a fool of himself. Dolfonso, that is normal. That's probably the normal case there with Unwrecked. That's just his personality. He is a classic Aussie dude out in the. It looks like he's living in the outback, but he's a pretty hardcore dude. And that's just him. That's just who he is. North Face says Pulsechain $10 in 2 years. Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, that would be insane in the membrane. Get into that. Summer Solus is in the house, and good morning, Hex Token. Hey, good morning to you. Big shout out. It's currently evening here in New Zealand, 6:43 p.m. on Wednesday the 27th, but it's good morning to summer solstice on the other side of the planet, basically. That was a dodgeball movie reference. Sorry, not for the family channel. This says it's now, and they are not very ladylike. Says Get Hex. Yeah. It gets pretty crazy after they've had a few wines, and of course the moderator sounds completely sober, but he basically ushers them into silliness and it's pretty hilarious if you want to watch some of that. I actually think it's a pretty good show. I mean, they do get go a bit there, but it's all right. Unwrecked was a shame job last night. Worst I've seen him, says Pulsebator. Yeah, well, he must have got worse, right, as the show went on, because he was not too bad when the show started, but he must have had a few more beers in the barbie. When I was watching him, I think he had his partner on there. I'm not sure who she was, but it was not too bad at that stage. But he must have got much worse. I'm not sure how long that show was. A couple of hours. I didn't watch the beginning of it, that's for sure. Okay, so that's coming up there. Talk with Quinn, and Quinn's she seems pretty nice, fun person there. And of course, they get pretty crazy as the show goes on. So definitely check that out. I just forgot the other video. I was trying to remember the other video, just couldn't remember it. So Hex at 13.3 cents. Woohoo! Can you feel it? I have a feeling it's going to pop. You think it's going to pop again? I have another couple of rails in there in the price. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Anyway, I'm way past the poll. I apologize. I missed the end of the poll there by 13 seconds. So we're going to end the poll. And let's jump on the poll there. So when will Pulsechain launch? We've got 16th of May to 31st of May, 60%. And then we've got 30%, 1st of May to 15th of May, 30%. and then 9% in June. So that seems pretty fair to me, and that's 33 votes. So 2/3 think it's going to be 16th of May or later. So okay, we'll see. We should have done a sweepstake. I need to still do that sweepstake. Okay, I got to get my A into G on that. That's just mucking around too much. Got to get onto that. I got Maxi at 13.17, pretty just trailing Hex a little bit there. PLSD at 184, which is looking pretty good. I wonder whether this is going to get priced up and could end up being $10, $100. It's going to be interesting to see this one. It's got a nice little uptrend happening at the moment, so that could definitely possibly happen on the Pulse Dodge coin. Just remember at the end of the claim phase, up to 100 days, the BA address and the origin address, I think they get their tokens minted, because I couldn't see them on the list, and I think that's what it says on the contract. So that's coming up there. Nice, and I think that's probably it on there. So cool. Then leave on the Hex price. That's pretty much what we're going to do. Possible said he had some random woman on with him too. She was also a joke. Says possibility. Yeah. Well, you know, it's probably they probably get pretty hardcore. The Aussies are the Aussies. Those particular Aussies. There's obviously different type of Aussies, but their show does get pretty raucous. But hey, you know, hats off to them. That's their style. That's their thing. That's people like it, and they go to it. That's pretty much it. There's something for everybody. This is what I always say on the YouTube. There's always something for everybody, right? So you know, as you watch what you like, I guess. Hashtag freedom, freedom, freedom. That's the way we go. I should get the old that old movie with oh god, you know me with names. I always forget names. Mel Gibson. You know, with he's doing the old Braveheart, freedom. So to get one of those little clips. I want to get a whole ton of little clips, and I can play those. That'd be pretty fun. I've still got to get the Konichiwa one, right, with Richard Hart. I've got to get that up. Now he had some random. What else? We got. It's now. This moderator is not completely sober. Just saying. Late stream, man. Sorry, that's funny. Yeah, so it's now. It's pretty crazy today. He's been pretty crazy. So good to see it's now. Idea file says Delfonso Period Silva de Assist. Business as usual with that stream. Unrect is the comic relief, but the other guys are very knowledgeable. Yeah. So who? There's. I'm just trying to think. There's Blue. Is it not Blue Bun? Is it Blue Bun? No, Blue Bun. There's. Oh, I'm just trying to remember now. Blue Bun. Let me know that people on that show, because I'm just trying to remember the names. Unfortunately, this is my Achilles heel, is remembering names. That's just the way it goes. They will come to me, but just not when I need them. The names will come to me but not when I need them. Numbers, I can remember numbers fairly well, but names I forget. Now there's Blue Bun, and the guy from Liquid Loans. Just trying to remember his name now. Dinglewolf says is the best show. My favorite Go Aussie late show, says Dinglewolf. Yeah, Dinglewolf was humming on there. I saw you on there, Dinglewolf, yesterday, because I only watched the beginning of it, and Dinglewolf was on there, and they were posting Dinglewolf's. Did you post a meme on there, Dinglewolf? I can't remember. You posted something on there. We're talking about that, so big shout out to Dinglewolf. And StakeX says then central exchanges have to figure out how to get them back to let them gatekeep. Yeah, well, we think that the decentralized exchange is going to start to fall when Pulsechain goes live. We've already had one. We already hit up Richard about Pulsechain, so that's looking good. Superman Rock says it's now. Thanks so much. 33 votes. 16th of May is 33 weeks of testnet. That's interesting. That'd be a cool wrap up for that. 33 weeks of testnet. Oh, you mean all three testnets? Yeah. Dingwolf says it's called Lake Show for a reason. Says Dingwolf. That's right. I'm just trying to think. Who was it? That's we've got the names here coming up here. Blue Bum, Jezza, Tangent, Sammy, 43 OG. Yeah, I think they're great. They're a great show, and they offer something for everybody. Unwrecked is probably the wild boy of the bunch, but they're all pretty. They're all pretty wild, but they're Unwrecked's probably the comic one. Yeah, for sure. Tangent does a lot of charting, so he does a lot of price charting. That's really enjoyable. I enjoy watching that. Jezza, obviously from Liquid Loans, very knowledgeable dude. I think he's head of was it security for Liquid Loans, like online security stuff like that. And he's got a great YouTube channel, does lots of great videos. Sammy is a legend, of course. Sammy's a legend, and 43 OG gives some really good sort of balance out to the group. So yeah, pretty nice. Blue Bum, of course, was asking Richard Hart at Florida questions, if you remember that. He was asking Richard Hart from Florida. So yeah, really good stream. Yeah, they have good content too. Good job doing the streams. I see Hex $1 this year. I hope. North Face. yeah, we're all with you on that North First. We're looking pump for $1 for sure. Lots of fun, says Get Hex, absolutely, and good show, but ditch the unfunny clown, says Pulsechain. And Gaiman says, come with me spreading the news in Dev Hackathon, Hack Money. There's Game On. And finally, woo-hoo-hoo, from It's Now. We're pumping it, man. Hey, so here is the Hex chart, 13.3. And what else? We got Maxi there. I'm just going to get out of there. Maxi at 13.18 and PLSD at 184. And the total amount of PLSD now that's been claimed, 1,847,000. But the price is still climbing. Price is still slowly etching its way up. I think this could have a really nice big pop in the price, the way the chart's looking. And of course, despite the fact there's more volume, we saw that with Hedron, remember? More volume was being claimed, but the price kept going up. And finally, we have on the contract here how many people were claimed, number of claims, 6,458. But we've only got 4,867 holders, so quite a few have sold. I know many have sold into Hex, so many have sold their PLSD into Hex. That's to be expected, to be honest. We saw that Hedron as well. But hey, we probably had some people possibly sell some of the Hex to buy some PLSD. You just never know. The price is certainly starting to move up there. Liquidity at 100,000 on this pair. There's also the PLSD Hex pair as well. So there's two pairs for this one. I don't know if I have both of them up actually. Pulse Dodge coin. Let me have a look at search for their Pulse Dodge coin. Pulse Dodge coin. I thought we had a Hex pair. I thought we had a Hex pair. We only got one. Okay. I stand corrected. I thought we did have a Hex pair on that. That's strange. All right, never mind. That's just the luck of the Irish there. Maxi, and what's the other one? Look for Hedron USDC. That's got 1.9 million in it and 24 million in the Hex USD. That's fine. So 1 million. And we'll put that one on. Bam. And I think I lost this one off my list. So we got that on the list. That's all right. 1349 on Hedron. Cool. All right. I think that was it, pretty much. Let's jump into the emojis. 5 for fighting, Superman. No, 5 for the top 5 things to get ready for Pulsechain. That was the 5. 5 for the 5 things. So 5 superheroes on the icon, and that's just the way we go. Dinglewolf's got the Twitter there. Let's pull up that. I think I saw that yesterday. I was watching that, Dinglewolf. That's why I knew. I was just watching the beginning of that live stream, and that's why I knew a little bit about it, but I didn't actually see the rest there. But we're going to bring up Dinglewolf's picture. This is not a part of the family show, so we're going to briefly show this. This is a bit more of the AO show, but there it is. That is the picture there, Dinglewolf, the things we do for love, and he's got the Hexy Aussie show, late show. So he did a picture for them with a woman on it, and it got a lot of support there. Sammy Chica in there, and Dinglewolf there, 43 OG. So they all like that too. So big fires over there. So that was what Dinglewolf did. So very, very cool. And nice. Let's have a look here. And what else to say? Gaiman says, woohoo! Possibly says it's as a song called Superman by 5 for Fighting. I didn't realize that, Possible. Sorry, I was ignorant to that. I apologize for my ignorance. That's pretty cool. I might try and listen to that song then. Followed you, Dinglewolf, says Get Hex. Yeah, so there we go. Got another follower there on Twitter. Dinglewolf, nice. And a pretty good piece of artwork. Nice. All right, here we are. Hex 13.3, Maxi at 13.17, Hedron at 13.49, and here we are on the early late night show. Early late night show. So this is what's happening. All we need now is for Richard Hart to tweet some more stuff, and boom, we are going to rock at this price. Nice Irish brew there, Superman. I heard it. Nice. Thank you very much. And join me, Hex is game on. And that looked like me, like my side chick. Looked like my side chick, says Hex God Tittle. Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of side chicks when the pump medals come, as it were. Yeah. Cheers, everybody. It's coming. Pulsechain is there. We are. There's the cup there. Pulsechain is coming. It's coming soon. It could be here. How many days do we say? 18 days. It could be 18 days away. It's not too far away. Stay patient. As I say, get your 5 things in order. Get your airdrop portfolio set up, set some goals. They can be simple goals. Set up some performance spreadsheets, make sure that you're making profits. And of course, finalize your launch game plan. You can do ratio trading, dry powder, bridging over stuff. Practice on Pulsechain exchange and practice using the Pulse Express. Those are 5 practical steps that you can do in the top 5 things to set up. So definitely do that. That's the way we rock and roll on this channel for sure. Now I'm going to be talking about the bridge. I'm also going to be talking about Hex ratio trading as well. So those are 2 topics coming up on this channel. So that should be fun as well. Dave says, morning. Hey, Dave, good to see you in the house. Crypto Dave's in the house. Hex Token channel member. Posting some cool emojis. And I'm definitely cheating on why PLS and PLX says Hex God Turtle. That sounds terrible, man. That sounds terrible. Save that for the late night show there, Hex God Turtle. Save it for the late night show. Going to hustle those ETH devs, says Game On. Yep. And 2 more weeks, says Crypto CR7. Yeah, 2 more weeks. Or 2 more weeks, maybe 18 days, 2 more weeks. But 2 more weeks is technically up the sacrifice, if that's the final sacrifice balance. Bronny's is in house, says, woohoo, love your worksheet, man. Fellow Kiwi here, bro. Off topic, I'm a dev and keen to contribute to Pulsechain. Build something cool. Any ideas where to look for a community team? Now, I'm not sure about a community team. Maybe some of the other people, Brazology might know some. But definitely get into Discord here. And maybe you could chat with people in here. Maybe somebody in here is also doing that. Yeah, Bronny, get into here. And the link's in the video description. Maybe we can chat more about that. That's not cheating. It's just prepping. Just saying. Says it's down. Just waking up in the UK. Says Crypto Dave. Woohoo! Man, oh man. Just shows you here we are in the bottom of the world, and Crypto Dave's near the top of the world in the UK, and yet we can all come together here. That's pretty awesome. It's currently almost 7 o'clock in the evening here on Wednesday, the 27th of April. And we're rocking it here with people who've just woken up in the UK, insane in the membrane. Ducks are playing. That chart looks like a, what does it look like? Like a snake, a dragon. Chart looks like a dragon. Is this one here? Looks like a dragon. It does look like a dragon. Legend says, Bronny. Yeah, you're welcome. Pave Dave says, do we need to connect our treasures to MetaMask for the launch, or can we connect treasures to MetaMask after the launch to get copies? That's probably something to get into Discord and ask about that, Pave Dave. And you are my late show, 2 a.m. here, says Hex God Turtle. Nice. Dragon. Yeah, Dragon. Mid-May, says David. Mid-May, absolutely. Let us have a look. If you don't wish to use the site, you can interact with contract direct. Oh, it's talking about the approvals there. All right, 13.3 cents. I had a feeling we're going to really pump over the next 24 hours. I think we're going to do another move up. I don't know. Do we have a poll about that? Do we have a poll? I think we do. I think we have a poll. We could be massively wrong though, right? We could be massively wrong. So we might leave the poll out. We might leave the poll. That's just what we're going to do. Leave the poll. We've got people waking up in the UK right now. Welcome everybody from the UK, United Kingdom. Represent. All right. I have been to the United Kingdom. I've been there once. I think it's once. And I went and saw Buckingham Palace. Or did the touristy thing. Buckingham Palace. I went to the Tower of London. What else did I say? Buckingham Palace, Tower of London. I went to a castle up north, about an hour up north. It was called the Kingmaker's Castle. I'm not sure the name now. They described it as the Kingmaker Castle for centuries. It was the castle apparently where kings were chosen or made or something like that. What else to do? I think that was that a lot? I think it went to, must have gone. I went to the museum, the London Museum. That was pretty impressive. That was impressive, actually. London Museum was pretty good. I think probably a few other things. I thought the London Bridge was pretty good. I think the London Bridge was pretty cool. I think that was it. I'm probably missing something, but they were kind of the highlights. I wasn't there that long, so if you're wondering why I didn't see much more, because I wasn't really there that long, and I wasn't well either when I was there. Cool. All right, so we're going to rock it out. What else got? Good morning, Crypto Dave. True, and Discord there as well. Yeah, join the Discord. That is the link, and you can come on here and jump in. We've got lots of cool stuff. We've got the YouTube shows. They all get a posted there. Twitter as well. We've got useful links to all the cool links that you might want to get access to. I've got to add heaps more to that, and the video tutorials, how to use Pulsechain and Pulsebridge. We've got the general chat, of course, under Richard Hart Tokens. price charts, non-crypto chat. Of course, you want to talk about cars and entertainment and things. And then we've got the Pulsechain projects, riskier, of course. So we just highlighted that for those who are risk averse. And we've got new token chats there. People talk about different projects, what they want to talk about. So cool. And then we've got any links that are posted just so we can check them, make sure they're reasonably healthy for the community safety. And then finally, if you're a Hex Token channel member, we've got a private chat there. And of course, you get the purple colors names there for Hex Token members. So if you want to join as a member, hit the join button. We've got Pulsechain, Hexagon, Rich Heart Club, 3 memberships. Just a good way of checking that out. Very, very nice. We're looking very good. And don't forget to check your sacrifice balance. I think that's probably it on here. We haven't covered the validators today. That's probably the only thing we haven't covered. You can stake your pulse with the validators when the pulse chain goes live, possibly as mid-May. And we've got David Fedder's taking number 1. That kind of surprised me. Does it surprise you guys? I actually thought Huddle Dog would be holding the lead there, but David Fedder somehow jumped to 223 billion T-Pulse. That's test pulse. Went to number 1. So impressive, the move there by David. I did think David would be in the top 5, but man, that really shocked me to the upside. We got Free Pulse over here. And where else we got in there? Liquid Loans, of course, is going to be there. Now, Liquid Loans has, because there's big sacrifices, they're probably hoping that they will get some big T-Pulse in here, and that will rank them up at the top. The reason why they want to be on here is because it's good advertising. 2, it helps the chain. And 3, it will basically help enable them to attract people to use the platform. So it's pretty nice for that. How to Pulse is there too. How to Pulse does a great job. Big shout out to howtopulse.com if you want to get a lot really good website, a lot of cool stuff on it. Howtopulse.com really is the leader there, I think, in that. So big shout out to them. We've got lots of other chains here. We've got new names up here actually. Saddevs.com, whoever they are, and stakecrypto.io. In fact, I don't know who they are actually. That'd be interesting. Saddevs.com. We've got hexfud.com, so people just making up their own names from the looks of it. A couple of crazy names in there. Yeah, Blockberry, Art of Hex, My Vidster. These are some of the names of the validators. Now we got 393 validators here, but this is just testnet, and of course people only needed 500,000 polls to stake here with the testnet stuff. So in reality, I think we'll have maybe 20% of this number. We need 33 validators to operate, so we might get, I don't know, I just have a feeling we might get 50 to 60 serious validators, and then they'll just rotate depending on how much pulse they have. Top 33 with the most pulse get in, but you can get chucked out eventually, I think. And of course, people that stake with them, if they get a lot of misdemeanors and felonies, they get, that you lose money when you got people not doing their job right. You lose money. So on the first page there, you see that none of these guys have got felonies or misdemeanors. So at least not for the current cycle. So yeah. It's got the next rotation, so the rotation blocks 28,800 blocks, I think, is the rotation cycle, which is about a day. So 28,800 blocks. You can see we've got 11,711 blocks to go, and of course, I think that's 4 hours and 50 minutes to go on that one. That seems a bit low though on the estimated time frame. That is the case there. They've got the rules here, so if you want to know the rules, that's got the rules for validator rules, the responsibilities, validator registration. Validated penalties, tells you all about that. Validator rewards, of course, and it's also got validator rotation, tells you about that. There's the 28,800 blocks I was telling you about. 3-second time blocks, that is. Need a maximum of 33 validators. It's got all that in there. Now, this is probably the stuff that you want to know if you're staking your precious PLS. Then you want to stake it with a validator. Then this is what you need to understand. So you've got to, if a validator has 50% of the revenue and 2 stakes exist, 2 and 3 test pulse delegated, then the stakers will receive 20% and 30% of validators' rewards. So that's pretty much how that works. Only validators with at least 0.01% share of the validator stake are eligible. But fortunately, some of the smaller validators will have less pulse in them, and you'll be able to probably get in there depending on how much pulse you have. But that helps the little guy get in and stake their pulse. So yeah, it's kind of how that works. Cool. And the cool thing about validators is you support the chain, right? You support the chain. That's the big thing. You support the chain. That's what you do. You pick up more pulse too, which is cool. Hex Token, what shortcut car will you buy first once the dust settles and you've made it? Well, the car that I actually like is I actually like Tesla car, so probably Tesla. But the thing is, the problem I have is that I can drive well, like a general driver, but I cannot drive fast. As soon as I drive too fast, I lose my abilities, my skills go down. That's pretty hilarious. So I like the idea of going fast, but I don't trust myself with the old skill set. So I think I can go. We use kilometers in New Zealand, and I think that I can go. So I think, yeah, if I was to say, I think the fastest it's ever been is 100 miles per hour. So it's 160 kilometers. And I think that I did that on the South Island once, and I would never do that again. I was in a sports car and it was on a straight road, but I would never do it again. It was just too fast. And so that's the only time I've ever gone that fast. Typically, I think the fastest I've gone other than that is probably about 135, 140 kilometers. So what's that, about 80 miles? So maybe 80 miles, 70 miles an hour. So yeah, maybe 135. Yeah, maybe 85 miles an hour is probably the second fastest they're going. But most of the time, I'm just going to speed limit, which is, around 100 kilometers, so not that fast. Maybe 120 on the motorway, possibly. Did you get to any castles like Warwick Castle? Yes, Warwick Castle. I think that was I did go to that one. I think that was probably the one I did go to, which is up north, about an hour up north. North Face says RH is a big man doing this world better place. And Pulse Hex, nice one, North Face. I like that. Hex God 2 says community should put a wallet together and pay for all the YouTube content creators plane and hotel rooms for PulseCon. Hey, that's a nice idea, Hex God 2. I'm not sure if they're doing anything like that. But you know what I think? I come back to Crypto Heartbeat. If you know Crypto Heartbeat, he's doing this big thing of this pay it forward thing. I think everyone puts a certain amount of pulse in this wallet, and of course that's going to be, if they could end up being worth like $1 billion, and they're going to look at doing some sort of pay it forward thing. I actually don't know too much about it, to be honest. I think that's pretty positive as well. Nice idea, Hex God Tittle. Late here, Superman, nodding out. Great work, brother. Keep it up. Catch you tomorrow. See you all, Hexkins. Woohoo! Hey, it's Nano. Appreciate it. Big shout out. Rest up, brother. And with the emojis in as well. Tin Tops in the house, driving. What's up, Hexicans? Good to see you. And who else in here? Hex got on in my state, our speed limit is 75 on highway. Just natural here, I guess. Is Hex got, I guess so. I'm not. I know my speed limits. Let's say that much. All right, we're going to. We're up to an hour and 37. Type the word go if you want me to keep going until another 23 minutes. Let me know. Type the word go. If not, then we will wrap up pretty soon. We'll wrap up pretty soon here. Write the word go. G-O for go. Normally Brazili's in first. He goes go. Brazil goes go. And we're in it. It's pretty quiet. So we've got property review. Property review says go. That's hilarious. Property review. Property review says go. That's funny, man. That is funny. All right, we got Brazil says go. We got go on Brazil. There's one there. Actually, what time is it? 7:09. Man, it is getting late here for dinner. It's getting late. I sometimes get too keen. I get too keen about Pulsechain, Pulsex, and Pulse and Hex. It's crazy stuff there. I was spacing out, says Brazil. Yeah, I bet you were. Let's go. We got a few things. Hex God says I have early meetings, so hitting the hay. Hey, nice one, Hex God. Big shout out. Thanks for the super sticker, and enjoy your meeting and sleep well, Hex God Tittle. Go says it's lights beneath. Nice. And Sandeep's shouties in the house from India. Woo-hoo-hoo. And Dinglewolf says go. Slow, says Dinglewolf. Nice. I'm about to do a live, lol, says Property Review. Oh, nice one. Big shout out to you, Property Review channel. Keep up your awesome work. I love your content. As we say, rocking our DMC. Brazil says it's midnight here in California, says Brazilji. And a game says sorry. Great White says just arrived. What did I miss? You missed it. You missed the epicness. Oh my goodness, it was crazy. You didn't miss too much there, Great White. We went through the top 5 things to get ready for Pulsechain. So we went there, presentations in the video link. We went through all the prices. We got the Hex at 13.18. We got Maxi at 13.22. We got Hedron at 13.22. So we went through that, and we also went through PLSD token as well, but I haven't got that up here at the moment. Actually, I should probably put that up at the moment. We also went through Overwatch. Overwatch is got an OTC trade for 250 to 450 million hex over the desk there. So that's worth about 30 to 60 million dollars. So that's a pretty big deal. Yeah, Pulse USD. There we are. Pull it up. $1.88 on Pulse USD. Rocking it up with the price there. $1.88. Looking bullish on the chart. Whoa. And North Face says UK time 8 a.m. in the morning, says North Face. Nice. That's very cool. So looking good there. And how many buys have we had? Last 24 hours, we had 89 buys and 105 sells on 24 hours on PLSD. We had 6 hours, we had 19 buys and 23 sells. Last hour, we had 3 buys and 2 sells. Last 5 minutes, 1 buy. Woo, $1,000. Nice. All right, I love those. I love the details on here on Deck Screen. Now, Deck Screen is, I like the way they set this up. Something cool about it. They did put a lot of good thought. Most of the time, I do speed myself. I spend my time on Dex tools, and of course, there's other cool sites like Dex Guru is pretty nice. Dex Tools is good. So there are some good sites out there. The Gwei at the moment, 28 Gwei. So that's pretty low at the moment. So for Ethereum, that's pretty low. And Brazil says Kiwi time is 17 hours ahead of my avocado time, says Brazil. That's pretty funny, man. That's very well said there, Brazil. How many of your subscribers are women, says Silverman? Really good thing. Let's have a look here. All of us, says Brazil. So let's have a look here. It's well, YouTube's very male dominated, right? So it's very male dominated. Let's have a look at the analytics here. So audience, I'm going to audience. We've got where do I find that detail? Audience, no, maybe reach. Maybe it's under reach. Go to reach and where is it actually? Audience must be on engagement. Not engagement. No, can't be engagement. Audience. Let me try audience. I think it must be audience. You said subscribers, so we're going to check subscribers. I'm not sure where the. Oh, okay, you're right. Okay, so the amount of females that watch Hex Token channel, folks, is actually. I'm going to poll. Should I do a poll? I'm going to do a poll on this. You guys have got to guess what percentage of the channel viewers are female that watch this channel. Let's do that little poll there. That's going to be easy. What percentage? This is over the last 28 days, but it's pretty. What percentage of Hex Token viewers female? This was quite female. How about that's nice and easy. Female. This is over the last 28 days. So I only get 4 sections, so I got to do it really easy. We might do. We know that most of the channel people are male, so that's kind of given. So I'm not going to do it like blanket, but let's say 2%. Let's say 5%. Let's say actually let me double check what the actual rate is. Let's say I have to do a range now. Do 0 to 2%, 3 to 5%, and we're going to do 5 to 10%, and we're going to do 11 to 25%. There we go. That's 4. The fourth one's hardest if you think about it. It's got a bigger range, but that's just the way it goes. All right, so there's a poll. Let's see how we go. What percent of Hex Token viewers are female? Let's play that. That's only going to last for 5 minutes. We're doing this poll for 5 minutes. It's not going for that long. We got LOL says that she rules me. Says mix. That's pretty funny. Drum roll says Prosology. And we got the what is that? It's a cup of teas or whatever. A drum roll. Drum roll's nice. I said cup of teas. It's actually a drum roll. That's hilarious, man. All right, so let's see what the percentage there. We've got what percentage of viewers over the last 28 days are female, and yeah, let's see how we get on. Let's see what else we got going there. We've also got Yeah, we reached a good milestone there. Great news. Your videos got more views from YouTube recommendations. So that's really exciting. Nice. That's good news. That's good news for the channel. Good news for promoting Pulsechain and Pulsex and Hex, getting those higher view numbers with your recommendations. So this is paying off. You guys supporting the channel, and we are getting more recommendations on YouTube for Pulsechain and Hex and Pulsex. So that's good. That's what we want to get. That's what we want. The goal is to get there. We've got a couple more minutes for the poll. What percentage of Hex token viewers are female? 0 to 2%, 3 to 5%, 5 to 10%, or 11 to 25%. Let's go. We already know that the YouTube's dominated by more male viewers, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Where are most female viewers then? Are they on TikTok? Are they on Instagram? I don't know what sort of video feed. If they're not on YouTube as much, then they must spend their time doing other things, right? It must be on other things. Amigo? Are they on Amigo? I don't know. It depends. I guess there's different age groups, so depends on the I guess the age group as well. Monsieur says mix. Where is Sandy Beach? Says Brazazi. Yeah, Sandy Beach. The Sandy Beach normally turns in about, I think normally 5 o'clock. Don't know if Sandy Beach always gets maybe the time of the day for Sandy Beach. We've got the Hex price at 13.22 cents, and we got a lot of likes from Brazazi. Man, I love that shot. I think you were at your sister's, Brazazi, with the pool in the background. That pool looks amazing. That looks like a fun place to be. I'd probably be over at my sister's all the time if there was a pool like that. That'd be pretty awesome. I love pools. I love water theme parks. I love theme parks. They're awesome. They shut down our biggest theme park in New Zealand. They shut it down. That's really, because they had bad management. And it had thermal hot pools too. So I think it had hot thermal pools. Yeah, that was a great backdrop, says Brazazi. Yeah, that was awesome, man. You could honestly, you could have done a YouTube channel from there, and you would have become like super massive just with that background. Game On says females are on Facebook and Instagram. Right, that makes a lot of sense. Game On. So thanks for that. Yeah, now I think about it, that's probably the case. I think the younger ones, though, the younger females are on probably Omegle and TikTok and things. I'm pretty sure. I thought a lot of younger females had got off, and teenagers generally, or younger, maybe even young adults had got off Facebook. They weren't using that as much. How we doing? 3 minutes, 2 more minutes to go for our vote. We've got 15 votes. We'll see who's right. And of course, if you are right with the poll, you need to pat yourself on the back and say, I knew that I was going to be awesomely right. That's pretty much it. Where is Kat? Says Mix. And Brazazi says she has a really nice pool. She just had it built. Pools are freaking expensive. Do you know how much a pool costs nowadays? Well, I'm guessing it was over 100,000. Was it over 50 in the US? Let me think in the US. Was it over? That was a big pool. So that pool must have been, was it 150,000 US? Let me know. We'll do a poll on the pool prices later, maybe. That's pretty funny. 1 minute to go for the poll. We've got 16 votes. Here we go. I have watched lots of videos on the pools making pools in the United States, a lot of those big pools, but they don't have the prices on them when I watch them. I watched big ones like in Texas and places, and people built some crazy pools with slides, with water features, with multiple pools where you have slides from one pool down to another pool, all that sort of crazy expensive stuff. So it is pretty crazy. Mix says, I don't want to think of her like that, Briz. Lol, says Game. All right, so 13.2 cents. I have no idea what people are talking about in the chat there. It's completely lost me off board there. Anyway, get into Discord. We've got 238 members heading up towards 250. So join on the chat there as well. Hex369's in the house there, providing some good content as well. All right, we're going to jump out of there. And we're going to go over here. Actually, let's see how the market's going now. The market was pretty red before. See whether it's got a bit better at the moment. See if we get on with the market. ETH still 38,682 and ETH 2,867. So still down about 4-5%. Not doing too much there. Sea of Lava Red. Everybody has a pool, says Game On. Everybody has a pool. Yeah, Mix got the hearts out there too. So nice one, Bridge. All right, cool. Let's close this poll. 5 minutes is up. We've got 19 votes. We're going to end the poll. And let's see how we get on. Drum roll, please. Drum roll. Need to get some sound effects, honestly, on this channel. We've got to upgrade furthermore. Lyle, do you want to do a poll for the poll costs, or do you want to just want me to say it? Well, it's too hard to know the dimensions of the pool and all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of fine parameters to the pool. They might as well just say the pool cost of Brazology for that pool. I suffer uniquely, says Mix. Yeah, so just say the value there. There, you know, what percentage of token viewers are female? 0 to 2% that watch Hex Token, 42%, 35%, 36%, 5 to 10%, 15%, and finally 11 to 25%, 5%. And what'd you say? 80,000 for the pool. So I said 50. Then I said 100. Then I said 50, and then I said 150. So I got way off. I started off well, and then I ended up wrecked. So 80,000. That's a lot of money for sure. So not cheap, but that is a nice pool. That is one nice pool, I must say. Meet the guys who said to me he's done the math. You can fit standing at the whole population of the planet on the NSC's lake. That fits. Wow, that's incredible, gamer. That's some good math there. Anyway, so okay, so the final amount is oh, I lost the page now. Go to audience and scroll down there. So the amount of females that watch Hex Token channel is 3.2% in the last 28 days. The male population is obviously the remainder there as well. So 3.2% is the amount. So pretty dominant there with the males. 96.8% there for the males. So 3.2% is the females. So pat yourself on the back if you are in category number 2. 3 to 5%, you got that correct at 36. 1 in 3 of you got that right. And 42% were pretty close. I probably might have gone under 2% there too if I'd been in there, so pretty close. But yeah, the 11 to 25%, that was way off. That is just on this channel, of course. I'm sure on some channels they probably have a very high percentage of females watching them, but crypto is generally pretty male dominated, although there's a lot more females coming in to the crypto space, which is exciting to see. Nice. Joking, says Game On. I voted 0 to 2% subscription. Oh, you're so close, man. You're so close. You're so close. Men do badly onboarding. Yeah, probably. But that's why I guess there's the late night show on Discourse Syndicate. Oh, the other thing is, of course, Discourse Syndicate hit 10,000 subscribers. So Magic Carpet Ride, Hex Token, in the last couple of days hit 4,000 subs, and Discourse Syndicate hit 10,000 subs, which is fantastic. So big congratulations to them. So we get channels are getting bigger. Channels are getting bigger. That's great to see. Nice. What else we got going there? Yeah, jump in. And something said 3.2%. That's insane. People are lying about the gender. Says simple believer. That's a laugh. That's hilarious. All right, cool. 13.18 cents. Looking good. And yes, a bit like all those males that are that online that have got like female profiles, but they're actually males. Just like those guys. Those guys are hardcore. There's always some got to do it, right? Always some got to do it. They put that up. Nice. All right, we're going to wrap this up soon. We've got 7 more minutes until the end of the live stream, so get your questions in there. That's for sure. We're just hanging out now, here, and it's Wednesday. It kind of feels like a Friday night, but it's Wednesday, 27th of April here. And we're not quite, I guess it's Tuesday still in many parts of the world. Although in the UK, I guess everyone's waking up in the morning. That's probably, 12 hours behind. So, yeah. Let's jump over to some of that. LMAO says Game On. Yep. And mix with the, what is it, a violin, a guitar? Nice. I like that. Yeah, if I was going to, have you been to camps? In the camps, when we used to go to the camps, there was always this one dude who would know how to play the guitar. And he would wow all the young ladies and stuff like that. That used to annoy me like anything. And then of course you watch some movies and you see that on movies too. That kind of reinforces that thing. It was hilarious. Fortunately, I got past all that. But when you're younger, it's far more influential, that sort of stuff. You're like, who's this guy, man? Get rid of this guy. Get rid of this guy out of the camp. That's pretty loose. All right. PLSD, whoa, pumping 195. This thing looks like it's going to pop. It looks like it's going to pop, man. Looks like it's going to do some crazy stuff with the prices. It's going to do, looks like it's really starting to, look at this. This is actually, technically, this is the highest one at the moment because these are all finished lower, right? That finished at 189. That finished at 175, 175. And now we've actually got, if this closes like this, is really a high. You ignore the price spikes because it didn't finish there. It couldn't hold up the price at that price. But at the moment, the price is at 195. Pretty interesting. It's obviously the volume's relatively low, but I'm not sure how many hours we've got left in this day. So it's pretty much comments there. Hex, man, little profit takers here. North Face says, great job streaming. So many good news, says North Face. Yeah, it's the quiet before the storm, man. It's really positive to see Richard posting that tweet yesterday. But man, oh man, it's just quiet before the storm. It's going to be amazing soon. What do you think of Wagon Dow? I actually haven't seen it, Max. I haven't seen Wagon Dow. I should write these down, actually, to be honest, when you give me those ideas. And thanks to Hex brought 2 fenders. Oh, nice one, Game On. Yeah, well, a lot of people, you know, buying a lot of cars and stuff with some of their crypto profits. Fender, and Pave Day says, anyone know where to view your current Hex stakes on the testnet? Yeah, go.hex.com. Just hook up your go.hex.com. Should be able to see those there. Go.hex.com. We've got go.hex.com. Custom common job in with common din. There we are. We've got to place that. Nice. That's for you, Pave Dave. Posting the link there in the chat. Bam, there it is on the screen. Go.hex.com. And Gamer says, but can't play cause recovering a very bad health. Oh, I will wish you the best recovery there, Gamer. That's for sure. Nice. Yeah, we've got some stakes actually. We've got some stakes on here. I think we have. Yeah, we've got our stakes. Oh, we've got to end the stake, man. How many? Oh, that's ages. How much did yesterday? Progress 0.1. Actually, if I end the stake, I'm going to get wrecked. I'm going to lose it all. The stake won't mature until 12:41. That's terrible. I should never have done a test stake that long. I probably got too overzealous there. We can end this stake though. How much is in this stake? 8.2. We haven't made much in terms of yield, but we'll end the stake. We're going to end that stake. Confirm. There we are. We're going to end that stake. Bam. Doing a little testnet. This is on testnet 2B, by the way, on Pulsechain testnet 2B. We've got some fake stakes here on the go.hex site. Remember, all your stakes are going to get copied over. You got stakes on Ethereum, then they get copied over to Pulsechain. You've got liquid hex on Ethereum, is going to get copied over to Pulsechain. It's pretty cool. Now, obviously, you're going to start with the T-shares. The global stats should start the same when they get copied over on the block height, and then it's going to start separating based on different behavior that people have. What else got? Thanks, says Pave Dave. You're welcome. And get well soon, Gamer. Yeah, absolutely get well soon. I have the faith. Yeah, me too, Gamer. It's all managed. Nice. And yeah, man, healthy. Yeah, get healthy there for sure. All right. I zoomed in on that really, really well. All right, so we're up to 1 hour and 58 minutes. We're going to start chilling it out here. So we've been hanging out, and it's been so good. This is the second live stream today, which is pretty nice. Thanks for watching. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget, if you're a Hex Token channel member, smash out the emojis on the way out and get into Discord. Probably the big thing there. 24/7 Hex Token live 24/7 there. And of course, we have got we've got a nice syndicate going there with Jen Hex, Craig Wadding, and Heinz Crypto. I think both of them are asleep at the moment, but good. Get into the chat there, folks. It's going to be really cool. Heading towards 250 people. Smash out those emojis. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 emojis. Man, that's awesome. So smash them out. If you want to join as a channel member, hit the join button. Pulsechains, Hexicans, and the Richard Hart Club. Those are the 3 memberships. Get into it, folks. And also get into Discord. That's the way we rock and roll here. Like the video, subscribe, share the channel. And of course, I will catch you tomorrow for two more live streams. And don't forget this. Pulse Dodge is heading up towards $2. Looks pretty strong. It's going to be fun to watch that play out as well. Let me just jump into some of these comments here. Got the heart from Mixed. Never achieved as much as when I was in hospital, says Gamer. You got plenty of time, I guess, when hospital. I've been in hospital like 30 times, so I can understand that. And hit the like button, says CI. Absolutely. Smash the likes, says Brazology. We've got the emojis coming from Great White and Hex Token channel. And finally, you will love it, says Mix. And the emojis come from Great White again. And lots of hearts from Mix. Really, really awesome. All right, so let's finish on the hearts there. Nice. All right, take care now. Bye for now. See you guys tomorrow. And I'll see you in the Discord. I'll be there as well.